Welcome back to the realest channel on YouTube. We're here to talk about Jake Paul and Tommy Fury's press conference. You know, people ask for my opinion. I don't know for how much longer, but currently they still do, so I still offer it. And yeah, that's what we're gonna get into today. Before we get into that, just a little update on my fighting career. As we know, I've signed with Sky, got a new promotional team, new management team, and I'm honestly just waiting to hopefully get my boxing license in anytime soon. You know, hopefully the powers that be grant me my license to box here in the UK, and once that is there, we hope we go straight back out. And we know Boxer and Sky Sports have loads of fight dates, and I hopefully should be a part of them. But in the meantime, we're training hard and we're staying ready for when it's time to go. But anyway, we will get into the reaction about the press conference.
Tommy Fury, One Will Fall, and it is live on BT Sport Box Office. We're here in Morecambe, the home of the Furies. We're joined by Tommy, by John, by Tyson, and also...
Right, now, obviously, I rate the fact that Tommy is looking sharp still. It's a full suit, can't lie. I ain't never been in one of those. No one's seen me in one of those yet, but maybe I'll look as fresh as him when I decide to make that jump. A bit unnecessary though, I can't lie, because Jake's out here in the pool sipping on coconuts and that. You got your brother out here, just jeans and a tee, dad's in a trackie, and you came all out like Jake's there, like it was a, you know, it's clearly a virtual thing, so he didn't need to do all of that, but he looked fresh anyway. I just think it was a little bit over the top for the situation, do you know what I mean, for the circumstances.
By Jake Paul and Frank Warren.
These two young fellas are going to go out there and put it all on the line, and somebody's going to get beat. Someone's always got to go, and that's how boxing works. And he's over in Puerto Rico training hard. Tommy's here in Morecambe training hard, and they're going to do it. 18th of December, it's going to happen. And poor old Jake Paul's going to get severely knocked out.
Now, I don't want to... listen, at the end of the day, we've seen Tyson Fury, right? We've seen Tyson Fury talk about himself. And we've seen Tyson Fury talk with supreme confidence on what he can do. And even this is not about him. This is about his brother. But he doesn't seem to be giving me the confidence that he usually gives when he knows he's going to do the job. And maybe that goes without saying, because he can believe in himself more than he can believe in anyone else. But just sitting here, I think he's saying what he needs to say, but I'm not feeling the vim that I normally feel from Tyson Fury when he truly believes in something wholeheartedly. I believe he wants his brother to win. I believe he would love for his brother to get the victory over Jake Paul. But if he can actually do it, I don't know if he's convinced yet. Maybe I'm looking too deeply into it, but that's just my opinion. It doesn't mean anything. I am just sharing it.
You're a master of the mind games. You're a master of talking. You're a master of selling a fight. You must appreciate a lot of what Jake does, though.
He hasn't really done anything. I'm waiting for this master of sales to do something.
Well, I've made more money boxing this year, so that's something. And just 2 months ago, you were saying, "Oh, Jake's the fresh air. We love what he's doing." Me and John, or whatever his name is, love what he's doing. So make up your mind.
That was a few months ago. Now I think you're a...
You're sitting there.
So obviously we had it censored there. BT censored it on the Showtime stream. They're going all out. You can hear everything that they're going and what they're saying. But yeah, Tyson was basically saying, yeah, I thought you was blessed a couple months ago, but now I don't think you're blessed. Which is more than reasonable, because a couple months ago the fight with his brother wasn't announced. Now that the fight has been announced with his brother, he's an op. So it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Once you become the opposition, I can change my opinions on you and think what I like. So I think that was a good response from Tyson. Jake went in there to talk about money, how much money he's made this year, and how much money Tyson Fury's made this year. At the end of the day, no one knows truly how much money these guys are making. We get told what we get told in the papers. You know, we get told what Jake decides to post and say, this was my pay-per-view, this was the numbers. But do you know what I'm saying? You can't just believe that. You can't believe that. I don't know. I'm more likely to say that Tyson Fury from the fight with Wilder this year has probably made more money than Jake Paul in boxing. That's my prediction. That's what I think. As you said, no one truly knows, but my feeling is that Tyson cleared bread from that fight that Jake hasn't cleared this year from boxing. From boxing. Not from anything else, from boxing.
You're sitting there saying, what has he done? I've made more money than you boxing this year, and you're the heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah, I doubt
120 into the clip right now, by the way.
No, all right, let's go head to head then. How much did you make this year from boxing?
Look at the state of boxing and the price of chips. Good Lord Almighty. You've just
wants to go head for head
trick that's ever been performed
with the bread.
by a Brit. Thank you very much, you idiot.
You know, this is personal now. This is promotion. This is all the extra stuff in boxing that you haven't had to deal with in your fight so far. Jake has dealt with that before. Do you think that experience that he's got is going to make a difference in the build-up?
Definitely not, because hype doesn't win fights, talking doesn't win fights, fighting wins fights, and that's just as simple as it is.
Fighting wins fights, like Tony said.
I'm not on Instagram because I don't care. I don't care what he says, do or thinks. It's not important, because when he jumps through them ropes,
He looks fresh.
And he realises I'm not a YouTuber, I'm not a basketball player, I'm not a wrestler, I'm not a UFC fighter. I'm going to get hit with a nice sharp jab square in that big ass fucking jaw of his.
Yeah,
he's going to be really back against them ropes, and he's going to be thinking, what have I signed myself up for here? And I can guarantee in 4 or 5 rounds it's going to be, oh, my shoulder's gone. BJ, pull me out. Pull me out.
Tommy's saying all the right things. He's saying everything that you want to hear him say. You know, he is the first boxer that Jake has gone up against, and he isn't like the other guys that Jake has faced. So I guess he's saying the right things, and it's just a matter of time now, isn't it? They've done a lot of talking. It's a matter of time. It's pending. And he believes that he will knock Jake out. And I don't know how many people, I don't know what the ratio is right now. I actually haven't kept up with the ratio of who thinks Jake's the underdog or the favourite. I've always given my opinion. I think Jake's going to win the fight.
Thank God you took the fight, mate. Thank you for making me win the lottery. I'm going to rob the bank and I'm not going to go to jail. So thank you very much. Don't pull out.
Tommy's saying he's robbing the bank. Obviously he's getting paid hella bread and he's fighting Jake.
You're still a at the end of the day. They can't go into the ring and fight.
I can't miss it. I can't miss that draw. I'm going to break it in the first round. I'm honestly going to bust you up, because come December 18th,
See, there's hype talk and then you're just chatting for chatting's sake. Like, you say he's going to break his jaw in the first round. I doubt it. I'm not saying he ain't going to break it. I'm not saying that, but I don't know about first round jaw breaks and all of that stuff. I feel like he's just getting a bit pent up now. And he's just saying what he thinks he needs to say.
You know, these people think that they can come in and beat me because they have amateur careers or they're professional this or the UFC that. These don't understand what they're getting in with. And it's funny to see each and every one of them.
So Jake there's talking about how, you know, his past opponents thought they could come in and beat him. People with amateur experience thinking that they can beat him, etc. And so far he has defeated everyone that's been in front of him. So for him to talk with this vim, he's earned it. You know, you can't dismiss it and say that, you know, amateur experience doesn't count for anything. He can pat himself on the back if he does defeat somebody with that, because it does count for something. I don't think he should belittle it and say it doesn't mean anything, because it does. But, you know, that doesn't mean that you haven't progressed enough to you think you can beat some of those guys. And he might prove that you can do that on December 18th.
In front of the world, and the same exact thing is going to happen to Tommy. And people will just come back and look at these press conferences and these interviews and say, damn, this kid really knew what he was talking about.
This is the first real fight you're involved in.
John's going off here.
This is an easier tyrant. This is an easier fight than Tyron. This is a young kid who's never had a real fight. And I'm going to knock him the fuck out because he doesn't have a chin. He's never even been hit hard by anybody.
Get off. You can't throw straight punch, you mug. I watched your last fight, mate. You're rubbish. Rubbish with a capital R.
See, John's not rating him. Man say he's rubbish with a capital R. He's not rating him. I don't know. I know a lot of people at home are like gassed and excited to see John Fury and Jake arguing, but I just thought it's not your battle. Do you know what I mean? It's not your battle. It's Tommy's battle. Of course, you're a part of the team who's going to war but primarily it's Tommy's problem, it's Tommy's battle. These are the highlights. The most talking should be done by Tommy. I don't feel like John needs to go into this position where he's yelling and having a back and forth match with Jake, because at the end of the day, he's not the one that's going to throw hands. He's not the one that's going to get a chance to hit Jake. So, you know, I feel like it was a bit, I think it was a bit too much. I think he got involved a bit too much and he let Jake get that little itch under him. But you know what? It got people talking. It's all about promoting a fight. They've definitely done that, whether it's because of his dad, whether it's because of Tyson, whether because Tommy himself. A lot of people were talking about the press conference, and I'm even reacting to it now because of how it went. Well, that is that. We've definitely seen enough of it. As I said, there was a lot of noise. There's a lot of bickering back and forth. Jake's Wi-Fi was terrible. It was all crackling and that, so it wasn't the best. But they got to have a few words at each other. They get to promote the fight, and it's getting closer and closer. So this is the buzz that it needs. I'm still sticking with my prediction. I still think that Jake Paul wins the fight. There's no disrespect to Tommy. I just honestly think Jake is gonna win, and he's in a better place here to do it, and he's used to this stage more than Tommy is used to this stage. And if Tommy can get the energy that his brother and his dad normally carries, then maybe we're talking. But reality is, the energy they bring, he don't bring, and I think that's going to be the difference on fight night. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the reaction. We'll be back with a couple more videos. I'll find some stuff to get going, but mainly just waiting to update you guys with a solid date on when I'll be back in the ring. And until then, I probably won't be on the channel bears, because I'm just sick and tired of talking about everything and not being able to announce my fight date. Making sure you're liking them, subscribing to Rolling Cheeky and Ruin Wills. Make sure you're getting your discount on my protein, 37% off. But it might be a bit higher right now because we're near the Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all those little things are going on right now. So you might even get a little bit more off. So make sure you go to myprotein.com and check for yourselves. Make sure you send me the screenshots when you use them as well. It is the realest. Love as always, and respect. If you don't know what I do at the end of videos,